Hi there, viewers. Thank you for coming back. If you like or hear anything you see, make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Comment if you want anything to see me play. And yeah, on to the video. Okay. Good
I
old.
trust you enjoyed your
Whoa.
evening. After all your
My
efforts, it
eyes.
was well deserved.
Uh,
It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous. Though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
yes.
I suppose it was too much to hope we were going to be cured here and now. To Moonrise, then.
What's so dangerous about it?
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there.
Dang.
Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
Shadow beings? Is it because they get banished to the Shadow Realm? What do you suggest?
You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Seluna. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
Oh, did I do this out of...
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Seluna and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
Found the place. It's called
You've
Grimforge.
already been. Impressive. You'll make me redundant at this rate. What did you find?
A lot. Found an elevator, but at least the Shadow
That
Curse.
sounds like what you need. But the next part of the journey mightn't be straightforward. Or safe. It may prove impossible to avoid the Shadow Curse entirely. But if you find any way to limit your exposure, seize it.
I got this broken
I
lamp.
would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel.
Wait, what?
I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
Is he a permanent companion? What about the Grove?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
Who?
Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias.
Okay.
This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Okay. Okay, okay. Dun. It'll be in good hands.
Indeed. We've quite the journey ahead of us.
I've made sure of it. And also, there's a druid party member now. Why am I over encumbered? What was I given? Oh, right. That would probably be adding weight. Everybody else seems to be fine. Gale might need a magical instrument. Oh, I forgot about you.
I thank you for the invitation to your camp. It's, well appointed, not too crowded, perfect for thinking. And I've been doing just that.
Okay. What about?
It's about Wulbrin. We know he's been taken to Moonrise Towers, and we know I'm going to save him. The problem is this. A preponderance of evidence that I am a terrible adventurer.
You don't say.
I'm not sure I should trust Wulbrin's fate to... well, me.
That is a fair thing. Bum, 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 bum. I'm destined for Moonrise Towers, so we're gonna go there. I can look for him.
You've done so much already. I'm hesitant to prevail upon you again. But I can't risk recapture. I barely escaped last time.
That is very true.
You'd do it then. You'd look for him.
I will.
That's very decent of you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There's something else you should know. Something I can no longer ignore.
Are you gonna flirt with me too?
I know you've learned about the gnome's pursuit of rune powder.
Oh.
But do you know what it truly is?
I have the feeling you're about to tell me. Go on. Go on.
Until very recently, I thought rune powder was a myth. A substance so powerful it could fell a city. A nation. The Iron Hand gnomes have proven the impossible. Rune powder is real, and they have it in their possession.
What do they want to do with it?
Destruction. The only thing it's good for. But destruction of what? Well, I'm hoping Wulbren will be able to tell us. I shouldn't have let him drift away. Shouldn't have let that lot get their claws into him. Now more than ever, I need to find him. We need to find him. He's the only one I might be able to speak to sensibly.
Fair enough. I'll find your friend together. We'll stop the Ironhead gnomes.
I'd kiss you, but neither of us deserve that. Thank you.
What can you tell me about Moonrise?
I haven't been there myself. The area around it is, well, cursed. Terrifyingly so.
As people keep
I
telling
did
me.
hear something interesting, though. There are shades that plague the path to the towers. Shades that fear not steel, but light. Dwergar, who mentioned it, sounded truly traumatized. It was almost amusing.
Okay. Something else I'd like
Like
to
what?
discuss? Smoke powder bombs. Are you an alchemist?
Alchemist, tinkerer, adventurer, curmudgeon. I wear many hats, most with great enthusiasm. Thank you for
okay.
noticing.
Can you fix... Leave. A Gale. How are you doing, buddy? Do I have a spare magical item on me? I can give you the detect thoughts one, maybe?
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Okay. Give him a... Oh, right. You know what? I don't need this one.
Thank you.
Okay. Are you good?
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Go on. You're among
Might
friends.
just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am.
Okay.
What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held.
Okay.
I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet.
Okay.
Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra.
Oh.
She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
You made love to a goddess?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave.
Okay.
Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross, yet every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
How exactly did you try to cross those boundaries?
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. But she only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
You know, tell me all of
Very
it.
well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it
Howl's Moving
is that
Castle.
he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself.
All right.
He almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation.
Ew.
Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mistra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
I guess you read out flowers and chocolates all together then.
You know me. My gestures can never be grand enough. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mistra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
Sure. Boop.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in. Into the dark.
Oh my.
You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Oh my. How are you still
Thankfully,
alive?
the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning.
How very Moroku and Wind Tunnel of you.
This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however,
Go on.
I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Wow. Is there nothing we can do?
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
I mean, honestly, story-wise, Gale is pretty neat. Yeah, you can stay. You can
That
stay.
is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
All right, all right. And if anyone's wondering why I don't take Gale more often, it's because I do not fully understand how to build a wizard in D&D, and that is why.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. How are you? Number 3. Proper touch.
Where would you start?
Take your hand in mine.
And put it somewhere interesting, I hope. God, we better find a way to cool me off soon. I'm not sure how much more of this I can take.
The ultimate edgelord.
Hey, you.
Oh, can I just...
If you have any ideas, I'm all for it. Give me all you've got.
I like how you can just kind of keep going for this. Oh.
I'm waiting.
Can I throw a bottle of water at her? I have bottles of water, right? I had a water bottle. Not holy water. That's that's what you don't want to throw on her. Oh, right here. Water.
This is clever. Might even work. Come here. I'm dizzy. And you? Are you all right?
Is there just a worth it? Yeah. No permanent damage and absolutely worth it.
I hope that's true. Because I'm hoping for seconds, thirds, and fourths once we find a way to cool off this engine.
Force. Top priority.
Mine too. Soon enough, you're going to be mine. But until then, I'll play nice.
Are you sure about that?
You have your fun with the others till then. I don't mind sharing, if I must. But keep a piece left over for me, hmm?
Oh. 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 You're the only one for me.
I'd believe you if you said 1 + 1 is 7.
Wet. Status effect. Wet.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Mark. Okay, I think that's proper enough to deal with that. Shadowheart, how you do?
So Gale's been walking around this whole time with some sort of magic bomb in his chest. I'm not normally one to begrudge someone their secrets, but that's something I should know.
You kept the idol of Shar from Grimforge, I take it?
Of course. I couldn't leave such a treasure behind. I'll find it a place of honor in the camp.
Okay.
I suppose I owe you my thanks. Unlikely I'd have found this without you leading the way. In any case, it was certainly not what I expected to find in the Underdark. I wonder,
Excuse me.
perhaps this is connected to the Dark Justiciars.
Possibly.
This
Who knows?
is no coincidence, I'm sure of it. I need to keep an eye out for more signs. Learn more about the Justiciars' presence in these lands. It could be important. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shar, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar.
Okay.
There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shar, save perhaps if you become the head of her church.
We'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
Thank you. I should have known you'd be understanding.
Let's see, Shar
I'm
worship.
sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
I thought it was to hand her the other thingy. I don't know. Oh, Will, buddy. How you doing? How you doing? You still drinking your wine?
Welcome to the League of the Lone Eye, my friend. Not to minimize the pain of Volo's poking and prodding, but I promise, you'll be used to the prosthesis in no time. Besides, I find it gives one an air of mystique. No one's more intriguing than a man with one eye.
What do you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think?
Okay. With the right teacher, learn a lot from fairy. Yeah, with the right teacher, you can really learn a lot of things.
Refuse him. No matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you, the cost will be too great.
Okay. Yeah, no interest in a devil's deal.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
What was it like being the son of Grand Duke?
Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers.
Okay.
He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist. Brave as Baldur'S, stubborn as a deep rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and a talent for courtly dance.
I'd love to see a demonstration.
It's been a badger's age since I've twinkled my toes. A drunk ogre could put on a better show.
And he's rhyming? You dance like a drunk ogre? Sounds hilarious.
Well, give it some time, develop a bond, and maybe I'll show you a move or two.
Yes.
I promise, clumsy oaf is well within my repertoire.
The game telling you build up the friendship meter. Oh, gosh. Okay. Leave. Doggy. Scratch. Bork. I wish to pet dog. Pet dog. Yeah, he's a good boy. Look at the good boy. Okay. Okay, so I guess Moonrise is the natural place to go. Leave camp. Hi there, all you viewers. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for any more. Share with all your friends and family if you like anything and they share your same interest in comedy. See you all in the next one. Later.